Rupee falling. Fall of Indian rupee. India as a country, it is falling. It is said that since 1000 years back, when the kind of Muslim invaders, when they arrived in India, since then India is falling. But that is not true. India is falling for past 2500 years, not with the 1000 years. So when the modern history comes in India, modern history in India has arrived since Buddha came. So Buddha, Gautam Buddha, Mahatma Buddha or Gautam Buddha, since his arrival, I believe 600 BC. So since then, India is considered as country that it is falling since then on. So it is around 2005 years, India is constantly falling. Because of its fall only, that 1000 year back, that invaders, they started invading India because of fall only. Suddenly no one can invade if you are strong. So 1500 year post Buddha period, then India came to a stage where it became lower to the power the its enemies were consistent. So its enemies, they started, well, this is pure mathematics. So enemy, they started entering India 1000 years back around. Since then it is called falling, but it is falling since 2005 years back only. And then they kind of they ruled the India, and then fell more when Britishers arrived. Since then it fell, but from 1947, if the fall was like this earlier, then fall became like this. From 1947, when Indian National Congress it took over the India, then it only looted people. It did not do anything else. Only concentration was how to grab money from the people, either through taxation system, place multinational company, and then force people, then suck money from the multinational company. What they will suck money from the people only. So get the money from the people, get them as a tax, get the money from MNC, because MNC are outsider. Certainly they will give the money. Where what they will do? So they will suck money from the people. Third way they use to suck money from people is completely make the people lame, leg independent, means cut down the leg of the people full and make them completely dependent on the government. Either you buy gold, you buy petroleum, you buy allopathic medicine, whatever. Completely be from the toothpaste also. When you brush your teeth, that is so simple thing. From there to every possible thing, you sleep on the bed, mattress, everything, you are completely dependent upon the government. Now, government would provide you and they would suck money from you. They sucked the people. Okay, from 1947 on, whatever they could do to loot the people, they did. Okay, so we are talking about fall of the rupee, and it has happened. So rupee is actually rupiah. Rupiah is a Sanskrit word. Rupiah means silver. Rupiah means rupee. Rupee means silver. So silver, wrought silver you can say. Wrought silver means the silver I take and then I hammer it and make it like a something usable. Wrought silver. WROUGHT. Wrought silver. Now, at the time of Chanakya, Chanakya has written in his book. At that time, there were four type of coins. Rupee rupa, rupee means silver. Rupa means coin, silver coins. Rupee rupa, then Swarna rupa, gold coin. Then Tamra rupa, that is a kind of tamra. Tamra is a metal. Copper coins, and then Sisar rupa means nickel coin. So silver, gold, copper, and nickel. These are the four type of coins that they were in circulation at the time of Chandragupta. That is Chanakya. So rupee means silver coin. The Indian rupee has come from silver coin. Then later Sher Shah Suri was a Muslim emperor. He was not Mughal. Then he continued with the silver coin. Later, when Britishers arrived, East India Company arrived. Then East India Company started paper notes. Paper notes. So, in addition to silver coin, there were paper notes. So 1770, I believe, up to 1837, there was a bank called Bank of Hindustan, and there is a Warren Hastings. Warren Hastings was a governor or something like that. He started also his paper note between 1770 to 1773. Around 1780, around 1780, there was a Bank of Bengal also. So these bank actually came into picture from the Britishers, where they started circulation of paper note. So paper note like Warren Hastings, from Warren, Mr. Warren Hastings, or Bank of Bengal, or Bank of Hindustan. So Bank of Hindustan, later Reserve Bank of India, it came. I believe it came in 20th century or 1900 something, in the beginning one. Reserve Bank of India. So they started controlling the flow of the paper notes. So they were printing the paper note. But otherwise, the silver coin that were in circulation. So it is not official data, but unofficially it is called that in 1912, one Indian rupee was $12. That much powerful it was. One rupee was $12. But if we see, if it is a silver coin and it is more than 10 grams, one bhari, more than 10 gram, then with the current rate of silver, it will be $12. Okay, if in India silver coins were used, and if we see the price of silver as far as a heavy silver coin is concerned, that was in 1912, then it reaches $12. So it is like that. It is not a adage, or it is not a proverb. It is not a saying. Actually, it would be that one Indian rupee was $12 in 1912. Okay, now by 1945, by 1945, Britishers they started reducing the size of the rupee, rupee coin. Rupee coin was important, so the size they started decreasing. By 1945, by 19 means Second World War, they started producing a kind of alloy of silver, not the pure silver coin, alloy of the silver. So alloy of the silver coin that came in 1945 around. In 1947, when 1947 came, then nickel coin replaced the silver alloy coin. Anyway, silver had gone. So in 1947, it is considered that one, in a written fashion, that one rupee was, then $1 was 3 rupees. But with those, we can say with the alloy of the silver. If Indian rupee is alloy of the silver, then it is $1 is 3 rupees. But if we see the alloy of the silver weight, what it was, if we take the actual silver coin, certainly it will be more than dollar in 1947 also. But alloy of silver means price reduced. Then it is said that $1 was 3 rupee at 1947 with the alloy of silver. But actually, the silver coin, even though it was smaller, it would be powerful than dollar in 1947 also. But anyway, now it is replaced by nickel coins by Mr. Indian National Congress in 1947. What is rupee? One rupee is divided into 16 anna. There is a denomination called anna. One rupee is 60 anna, and one anna is 4 paisa. So 64 paisa constitute to 1 rupee. 1 rupee has 64 paisa, where 4 paisa is 1 anna. So 16 anna is 1 rupee. When we were child, 25 paisa we used to call 4 anna only. 25 paisa we never called 25 paisa. 4 anna, 8 anna, 8 anna. 8 anna means 50 paisa. So if 8 anna is 50 paisa, then 1 rupee is 16 anna. If 25 paisa is 4 anna. So we never call 25 paisa 4 anna. चार आना, आठ आना. Okay, now there is no 50 paise in 25. This grace is there from Indian National Congress. This is falling rupee. Now, in 19 by 1957, they brought an act, act per act. Since this party has come, they are bringing acts only. Means they completely rumbled this country, completely destroyed this country. In 60, 70 years, India is not Bharat at all. It is something that no one would have dreamt it. So in 1957 around, they brought another act. The act is that now the 1 rupee is not 60 anna, rather than 1 rupee is 100 paisa. Anna concept gone. Now it will be in decimal form. They are completely imitating, completely copying the Britain. I don't know what is independent. When you are completely copying the Britain, completely copying the America, then where from you got the independence? You're completely dependent on them only, right? As far as economic policy, Reserve Bank of India, all were in the British's time. So, as far as the your rupee system, everything is concerned, if you're copying the way it is in England, then where from you got the independence? That is again independence itself in a question mark. But anyway, now 1 rupee is 100 paisa. Those paisa, since paisa was 1 anna was 4 paisa, now 1 rupee is 100 paisa. This is a new paisa. They started calling it Naya paisa. Naya means new. New paisa. They started writing also Naya paisa. In 19 during 1960s, means 66, 1966, they replaced all the nickel coin and copper. I have personally seen copper coins, nickel coin, copper coin, and whatever coin it was, with aluminium coins. Now, 1 naya paisa, 2 naya paisa, 3 naya paisa, 10 naya paisa, 20 naya paisa, and 50 naya paisa all become naya paisa of aluminium. Okay, that concept of this alloy and nice looking coins, that era is over. So in 1966 around, naya paisa become aluminium. This is called the sharp change in rupee. So around 1966 it is called the deflation or depreciation of the rupee, that was done deliberately by the government. So at that time, rupee fell sharply because of this aluminium and this concept they brought. Now see the other concept. By 1966, when the new aluminium coin or something came with depreciation in the rupee or deflation in the inflation happened. Okay, depreciation in the Indian rupee was brought in. By then, the Indian rupee was so famous that it was in circulation in Gulf region, means Iran. It is documented. Anyone can see. In Iran, people were using Indian rupee. In Saudi Arabia, people were using Indian rupee. In eastern of the Africa, till Mozambique, that is south to Mount Kilimanjaro, south to Kenya, and then south to Kenya, whatever the country is, and then south to that country is Mozambique, that is eastern part of Africa, Indian Ocean. So along the Indian Ocean, all the countries were using Indian rupee only. Indian rupee was that famous. That's why one Indian rupee was $12. It was that famous. Now, in 1960s, now they call, when the rupee started falling this way, then everyone they cut down the rupee in their country. From Mozambique onward to Iran, they started floating their own currency because this much low they could not go. But India can go any low. Indian people, they need LPG cylinder and they will vote you. That is in 500. If you give LPG cylinder in 500 rupees, they will vote for you. This is Indian population now. It's like a beggar. I should not use these words, but what can be done? Means this is the reality. Now, now the Indian rupee, the era of falling of the Indian rupee started in the 1960s, and it started falling from there. And in 1980s, 1981, it enters as 1 rupee equal to $1 equal to 7 rupee. And in 1989, it exited with $1 equal to 14 rupee. In 10 years, it fell 7 rupee. And by in 1991, government started liberalization. All multinational companies, they can come openly. PV Narasimha Rao was prime minister. And openly he declared that all multinational companies can invest in India openly. There is no restriction for that. Even we would support them. Then flood of multinational companies they came to India, thousands, not in hundreds. And by 1999, it touched 50, $1 50 rupees. From officially $3, $1 3 rupee 1947. It touched in 50 years, it touched $1 50 rupees. Now it is $1 84 rupees. This is how the rupee is falling. Now paisa is gone. There is no 1 paisa, 2 paisa, 25 paisa, 50 paisa. Minimum 1 rupee coin can be seen, and 1 paisa was powerful than 1 rupee coin that we saw in our time when we were children. At that time, we were using 1 paisa to purchase lemon juice or whatever, the chocolate. So with 1 paisa, we used to purchase. Now 1 rupee, probably you will not get a chocolate. So it is 100 times it fell since around 1980s, early 1980s. That is the reality concern of the Indian rupee. What is the reason? Now government says that in 1960, if Indian rupee started falling, that was because of Indo-Sino war, India-China war, India-Pakistan war. Because of these wars, the Indian rupee started, Indian economy started falling. 1962 India-China war, and then later on India-Pakistan war. So because of that, Indian rupee was completely false system. Means these people they have cheated Indian because of war. America is United States is daily he is combating with his enemy. Means so many times it messed up with Iraq, Afghanistan, and so many countries. See the power of the if if you without war how you can exist? Otherwise your enemy would enter inside you. That is required. So Indian rupee did not fall because of the war. Indian rupee fall because of the detachment of the India with its Indian subcontinent. From 19 now in social media era, nothing is hidden. You don't need to read the books or something like that. Go to social media and see the discussion. People are saying in Pakistan that till 1962, the people in Punjab, Indian Punjab, and or Pakistan Punjab, they used to go other places on bicycles. There was no boundary at all. Okay, from Indian Punjab, you can take the bicycle and you can go to Lahore. So there was no boundary or something like that. They were different countries. But anyone can go. The way it has had been happening since the beginning. Country can be many, king can be many, but people for people there is no boundary. People can go anywhere. So till 1962, people were going here and there. There was no boundary. But from 1962 onwards, Indo-Sino War, the government started creating actual bond between East Punjab and West Punjab. Anyway, their intention was like that only since 1947. They would have created at other places, but few villages they would be talking in Punjab that it was a situation. That also completely closed in 1962. So they would have started since 1940. I mean, the idea of Indian National Congress was to completely alienate the India from its neighborhood, and then give the focus of the people to the Europe, United States, Canada. Those countries they started becoming richer and rich. They would not be rich that much rich by 1947, but full Indian focus went to them, working in their companies, inviting them to India, and they become richer and richer. India sees its trade, how you can do heavy trade with a country that is other side of the earth. You will do heavy trade with the countries who are adjoining you, either through sea or through land. But countries who are in your subcontinent, they were accepting rupees. Rupees was the currency in the Indian subcontinent. Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, everywhere it is written. You can see, check it. Then what else you need? You could have purchased oil in rupees. Even if your trade was nice, then rupee would not be $1 to 84 rupees. If you're purchasing oil in rupee, Instead of allopath, you would have grown the Ayurveda, that is your far, far powerful to the allopath medical system in your country. Certainly, rupee would have been powerful to the dollar now also. Not $1 is 84 rupees, $1 would have been 10 rupees or 20 rupees. Rupees would have been powerful to the dollar if the circulation of the trade would have happened in the Indian subcontinent the way it has have been happening in the past in Indian rupee. If Indian rupee through which the trade was happening, they are saying the people who are living in Eastern Africa and Arabia and Persian Gulf, they were using Indian rupee till 1960. And Indian government deliberately they cut down. Their idea was to cut down the flow of Indian rupee in the subcontinent. See England, see Germany, see France. England, Germany, France are very good countries. Okay, but they are not near to you. They are very far. How a common man can do trade with Germany and England? Everything, whatever you want to do, you have to do through the government one. Now, government has excise duty and this, that, everywhere. They are just cutting the money from the people. Means people are completely now useless. They are running for LPG cylinder. This is their condition. Earlier, there was a good trade among the Indian subcontinent through Tibet. There was good trade with China. From China, there was good trade with India through Tibet. There was good trade with the Central Asia through Afghanistan. There was good trade with other parts. Means trade was very high, and Indian rupee was being used. That's why it was silver coin, because power of the currency has to be very high. If trade is very high, if trade is very low, then rupee power is less, right? Now there is first it turned to aluminum coin. There is no coin at all. That is the concept. Now they are bringing 20 rupees coin, 1 paise coin to 20 rupees coin. That is the situation of the falling rupee. So reason for the falling rupee is lack of trade. If trade is not there, if exchange of rupee between hand to hand is not happening, then it will be stagnant. Like running water is always clean. If you see river water, it is always clean as long as no one is putting something there. But if water stops, then it will become dirty. If rupee is in circulation, if it is in trade, then it shows its power. But if it is confined to a place, it will keep falling money. There is no day when it is rising. It is keep falling. This is the situation of India. See the Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. They are at 300. Their rupee is at 300 per dollar. The way they are falling, everyone is falling in Indian subcontinent because they trusted on someone who badly looted them. But anyway, things are pretty nice because people are understanding that the prosperity of the India lives in a party that they are themselves. If people they do not come ahead and they don't take initiative in the trade and other thing, if they keep seeing the government, then their condition will be like beggar. For one cylinder they will start running behind everyone. So till they believe in their self power, then till then, so people have started believing now. That's why political scenario in India is changing now. Constantly it is changing now. People are now thinking if they don't come ahead and if they don't believe in themselves, no change is going to come through the democratic system and home rule. They are going to loot you only. Let's be independent.